Richard Rawlings and Jesse James are arguably two of the best-known players from the reality TV's automotive scene, but it seems that they didn't like sharing the crown, as they've had a turbulent relationship known for public conflicts and fierce competition. Luckily for their popularity, the fans found great excitement in the drama resulting from the animosity between the two celebrities and what they represent, with Rawlings' Gas Monkey Garage from Fast and Loud facing off against James' West Coast Choppers from Monster Garage, notwithstanding that the fact that their respective series names would have made more sense reversed. Their rival personalities and competitive inclinations are further bolstered by the perfect storm of numerous other factors, such as the fact that their shops operate in the same state, Texas. Richard runs his business out of Dallas, while Jesse is based in Austin, with both of them having a sizable number of local customers. While they each have complete control over their respective city, the state itself is seemingly split in two, with each seeking to dominate the other. Finally, it goes without saying that both shops build custom vehicles for their high-profile clientele. A significant event from the Rawlings-James saga took place during a bike-building contest, attended both by builders and various other celebrities. Everything was going smoothly until James made critical remarks about Rawlings and his staff, bringing his rival's honesty and commitment to the trade into question, in front of an elite crowd at that, aggravating an otherwise peaceful conversation as he attacked Gas Monkey's in-house talent and business policies. Of course, the other didn't turn away from answering the provocations, going on his own verbal rampage in retaliation. Rawlings has also fired shots at James in many interviews and on his program, often criticizing his image and challenging his reputation. For example, Richard once jokingly said that James, being from California, was trying too hard to fit into Texan culture, as he otherwise wouldn't belong. Being as invested in his reputation as Jesse is, he took these remarks very seriously and never forgot a single unflattering word that Rawlings ever sent his way, always trying to put the heat back on his opponent. The competition entitled American Chopper Live The Build-Off brought even further attention to the quarrel, as Rawlings and Aaron Kaufman from Fast and Loud challenged Jesse James, Paul Tuttle Sr. and Paul Tuttle Jr. from American Chopper in this December event in 2012. Each team presented their unique car creations, hoping to wipe the floor with the opposition. This was the perfect opportunity for both of the entrepreneurs' egos to flare, as they not only had their personal reputations on the line, but also the very expertise that they'd made millions from. Tensions remained high throughout the build-off, as each competitor tried to demonstrate their supposedly greater ingenuity and workmanship. What's more, the nature of the event itself added to the great stakes and drama by being broadcast live from the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Depending on who managed to captivate the crowd with their custom build, the winner would be determined based on the audience's live votes from all over the country. With all of that in mind, one would be hard-pressed to find a more competitive event between any other pair of business rivals. Naturally, the already heated atmosphere became unbearable for almost anyone else present, as Rawlings and James's passion began to flare in spectacular fashion, inadvertently also entertaining the audience and making for a truly one-of-a-kind viewing experience. Their exchanges included blatant verbal insults and harsh criticisms of one another's work ethics and approaches to custom vehicle building. One of the main points of contention was who was more concerned with theatrics when it came to their creations, rather than actual workmanship that truly made a machine run the way it was supposed to. Following the event, even those who hadn't had any idea that Rawlings and James disliked one another were definitely in the know. It became apparent to everyone just how negative the energy between them had become, making any potential future collaborations a mere pipe dream. Even so, most of the fans argued that this had a positive influence on both of them, as it pushed them further in their pursuit of perfection. Both Rawlings and James have enjoyed thriving careers, some would say precisely due to, rather than in spite of their continuous conflict. Opening many locations and starting new businesses, Rawlings continued growing his brand with Gas Monkey Garage, which sent its creations to millions of households thanks to the outreach of Fast and Loud. James, meanwhile, has been a major player in the custom motorcycle field, despite various other professional as well as personal obstacles, including a high-profile divorce from actress Sandra Bullock. His reputation keeps him at the top of the business regardless, and it can't be said that either of the two has less of a reason to mind the other. Their animosity has long since evolved to be represented through their individual public appearances and even social media posts, in addition to the customary personal insults and competitive activities. Both have used their platforms to snipe extensively at the other. The most frequent narrative coming from James is that Rawlings is all talk and no walk, coming up with overly extravagant builds just to garner attention for something that isn't really as great as it seems. On the other hand, Richard never misses an opportunity to state that Jesse is nowhere near his money's worth, ascribing his reputation to a slew of inflated stories that in the end don't make up the master craftsman he portrays himself to be. Then again, there are theories that the two have fabricated their beef in order to boost their own careers and online influence. For example, Rawlings once famously called out James for his remarks about the custom vehicle builders and his tendency to offend those he deems less competent, after which the other builder's supporters responded across the comments section in a sequence of back-and-forth arguments defending their favorites. In the end, this cyberspace battle only helped raise great awareness of both celebrities' programs and initiatives, neatly boosting both their profiles. That said, there really is no substantial evidence for this theory other than the fact that it makes complete sense. In that vein, there have indeed been times when the rivalry seemed to be more for show than a real dislike. Though they don't get along personally, Rawlings and James have sometimes indicated that they admire one another as builders and business people. Plus, realizing the entertainment potential of their rivalry, it's without question that both of them understand how reality TV works very well, seeing as their entire careers have been built in this genre. Their competition is also clear to see through the massively different techniques and styles they apply while developing their creations, often concentrating on speedy turnarounds and flamboyant, quick-to-market constructions. Richard is well known for his fast-paced, high-energy approach to automobile building. James, on the other hand, frequently takes more time to finish his tasks, but guarantees that every element is flawless and enjoys his protracted workmanship and attention to detail. The two have ceaselessly argued about this stylistic difference, as each feels their method is better, which is probably what defines their conflict at its core. On the other hand, their private lives aren't drastically different, and fans have drawn parallels on numerous occasions, even though that's also what they use against one another. Both have been under public criticism for their personal choices and relationships, which have invariably been weaponized in their arguments. Richard will never hesitate to bring up Jesse's high-profile marriage and later divorce from actress Sandra Bullock, seeing as these events attracted a lot of media coverage. Similarly, Rawlings' several marriages and commercial contacts haven't been spared by the other side either. Their respective audiences obviously enjoy the physical vehicle-building contest as well as the continuing repartee, remembering that any publicity is good publicity. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.